Welcome back to blackstardove. Welcome back to my channel. As always, I need that HBO special, which means help a brother out. Trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. I appreciate your support. This video will be very brief, but I think it will be. I just wanted to share my thoughts on Coach Deion Sanders, prime time. My thoughts about him, the situation of him leaving Jackson State, the situation of HBCUs going to Colorado, just the whole situation. So a lot has come out in the following day because it was literally yesterday they won the SWAC, and then that night he was in Colorado. I've been following it and looking at the social media feed. So it seems like from what the athletic director told the staff, they had a meeting today with the players that were there, and he says that he's been working on this and talking with him for a month. So we at least know Prime had the job for at least the last month. We also know, thanks to recruits he was recruiting, when he was calling them, he was recruiting them to come to Colorado, but he told them to keep it hush hush. That's the reason why the whole thing came out. It was like, we knew about this for like 2 weeks, like he's going to Colorado. The reason why we knew that is because he's telling recruits, hey, I'm not recruiting you for Jackson State, I'm recruiting you for Colorado. And then that's when everything just picked up. It was said that he actually signed the contract on Thanksgiving. But I'll say this. Deion Sanders did something amazing for HBCUs. He gave Jackson State an incredible boost of energy. Now, to be fair, Jackson State did lead in attendance for a couple of years, but they were not that good. He got them back-to-back SWAC championships. He brought a level of importance to that school. You had all the celebrities coming there. I remember the one popular YouTuber, Destroying. He went there. He turned it into an amazing atmosphere. College Game Day went there. And then that just looked amazing. He brought a lot of necessary. He took a pay cut to improve the facilities. Like, that's how amazing that is. Like, he wanted to make sure that he improved this facilities. He wanted to make sure that also his assistants got paid. So that was most definitely, like, I have to take my hat off to him for that one. There's a lot of talk because, like, I've been looking on, man, just go to his IG page alone. Man, it's like 50-50. Some people say that he was right to do it. Some people say that he was wrong. He misled kids. I'll say this. From every interview that I've seen of Coach Prime, except for one, I think he was on the, I forgot the name of the podcast. It has Brandon Marshall, the Brandon Marshall podcast thing, where he simply said that he wasn't looking to go anywhere further. But every other interview I've seen, he said that, hey, if the opportunity presents itself, I'll explore my options. So he's always said that. I just think that it's gonna suck for Jackson because Deion already said when he, like I said, we're going back to that players meeting they had in Colorado. He already said he's bringing 10 players with him. So you already know he's bringing the top 10 players from Jackson State to Colorado. So in Jackson State, their players just got, at least their good players just got gutted. And then there might be some other players that might end up in the transfer portal. And then they just literally won back-to-back SWAC championships, and they might be at the bottom of the conference next year. Which is going to be sad because I believe Jackson State is going to only have one more year to show that they can still do it before all the fans will always be there. Like I said, they were selling out, but before all the cameras move, before everything disappears, before there's no more light shining on HBCUs, they're going to give them one more year. Hey, show us what you can do. But the program is going to be gutted. So he brought a lot to there, but at the same time, in a swoosh overnight, he just gutted it. Like, his office is already cleared. Like they're saying that his office was cleared last night. There was nothing in his office, which is cool because technically he's in Colorado right now. But he is going to coach the last game, which will be in, I believe, the Celebration Bowl. And I'll be in Atlanta. But I would just say this. He did a lot right. As far as misleading kids, I don't think he ever misled any of the kids. The kids know that it's a business. You know, hey, you're in football. Like, type in, when you get the chance, type in Deion Sanders talks about lazy players. And that's one of his speeches. He talked about how it used to be a coach can keep it real with you. A coach can say, hey, you know you're not going pro. Stop bullshitting. Get your degree. It was like one of those things where, hey, a lot of the kids know they're not going pro. Enjoy the ride while you still can. And then make something of yourself. And I know like some of the kids are feeling heartbroken. Some of them say they're not even going to play in the next game. Coach Prime, I believe he said it the best thing ever. I think he said it the best way ever. He said, hey, it's not like a lot of you are going pro. So if you don't play in your next game, you're going to have to explain to the next coach. Even if it's not at Jackson State, you're going to have to explain to the next coach, no matter where it is or where you go, why you didn't play. What you going to say? You was mad at the coach so you didn't play? That's going to look bad on you. And you have to hope that that coach is forgiving, because that coach might not be. That coach might be like, so you was mad at your coach and you didn't play? So if you're mad at me, you're not going to play. I'm not going to take you on my team, type thing. So I really hope those players do play and put the best film out there, because the tape says everything. I really hope people would just like, I know that he went from making $300,000 a year to making $5 million a year. That's a lot of money. A lot of people say it's not about the money he made. He made tons of money. I'm not here to pocket watch. I'm just saying he went from $300,000 to $5 million a year. That's a lot of money. But I just think people should just give him a break, because he did everything that he said that he was going to do. He came. He uplifted the program. He got HBCUs on primetime TV, so they got them television contracts. So they're getting some money. Hopefully they're doing the right things with the money. That's a whole different other story, honestly. But I don't know. I just think that we should always continue to support Coach Prime. I hope he does good at Colorado, because if he does good at Colorado, he can go pro. And if he doesn't go pro, I want him to go to the SEC. Really, if you can make it in the SEC, then you really need to go pro. As far as coaching, but I support Deion 100%. I hope everybody else does too. I hope people stop calling him all the time. Man, the names that they were calling this man, calling him all types of coons and sellouts, and oh man, a few people called him Uncle Tom, which is like kind of weird. Because black people don't know who Uncle Tom actually was because they didn't read the book. But that's a whole nother story on that part. But this video is getting long, so I'm just going to leave it here by saying I support Coach Prime. I wish him nothing but the best. He left an amazing impact on Jackson State. He lifted that program to new heights. He put the spotlight back on HBCUs. He is swag. For anything else, he is swag. But take care. I love you. Peace.